Just what about this fight Saturday night? Just a quick opening thought about it.
I'm extremely focused. You know what I mean? It's a lot at stake. I'm finally in a position that I've been trying to get in since I turned pro. So I'm just extremely focused and ready to get the job done.
The magnitude now, it's up a little bit. You're knocking on the door. You're one fight away from a title shot. Then they can't avoid you after that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the whole thing, you know what I mean? Like I told, I've been doing some interviews lately, and I've been telling people that kind of conclusion that if people don't have to fight Julian Williams, then they're not gonna fight me. You know what I mean? So I just gotta put myself in a mandatory spot, and I got a chance to do that Saturday night, and that's what I plan on doing.
Julian, just one question. What has been the biggest challenge training for this fight at home in Philadelphia?
You know what? It's never no challenge. I know exactly what I gotta do each fight. I've been putting in hard work for so long. It's just like it's an everyday thing for me. I know exactly what I gotta do. I don't cut no corners in camp. You know what I mean? So it's never a challenge. You know what I mean? The challenge is to week. I guess that's the biggest challenge because I'm so anxious to get in there and just to get a win. You know what I mean? Especially in front of my home crowd. I'm extremely excited. I'm extremely elated about the opportunity. Al Heyman blessing me with. You know what I mean? He always blessing me with opportunities and stuff like that. So me and my team are working extremely hard. So we just ready to take full advantage.
Watching you since you were 14 years old, I haven't seen a drop off. You've been consistent year in, year out. You've stayed focused. Something lit the fire underneath you. How have you been able to maintain your focus? I've seen so many guys who were with you in the amateur. Mm-hmm. They've dropped off.
Right.
But you're right there right now.
Man, everybody. A lot of people just fall off because people had kids, people go to school. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I just had my first daughter last April. You know what I mean? So I never had I knew I didn't want to go to college. You know what I mean? I knew I wanted to pursue a boxing career. So I treated it like I wanted to pursue it. While other people I think just treated it like it was a hobby. You know what I mean? I always knew what I wanted to be. So I think that helped a lot. You know what I mean? And just dreaming, man. Just dreaming. I've been dreaming for a long time, and it's finally here.
At what point did you transition from being a fan of the sport to a student of the game?
I would say I've been a student of the game since I started watching. And when I'm intrigued about something, I go at it. I want to know everything about it. It's not just boxing, it's with anything. I want to know everything about it, you know what I mean, from the top to bottom. And that's how I am with boxing. That's how I've always been like that, you know what I mean? It's funny because before I got here, I was just watching Legendary Nights on YouTube. I'm wondering, why they don't make these no more? But they just made a new one. It's Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward. It's like an hour and a half long.
What does it mean to you to have one of your biggest opportunities in your backyard?
It means everything. But you know what? To be honest with you, I think about it, but I'm just focused on the task at hand because none of my fans fight for me. They can cheer their asses off though, because they was cursing and raising up a storm last time I fought here, and I was happy. You know what I mean? When I heard all my fans in the crowd, acting crazy and going at, I feel like one of the Eagles or something like that when they lose at home. You know what I mean? So it feels good.
You mentioned the task at hand, so I'll segue it. The task at hand is a fellow by the name of Marcello Matano. Mm-hmm. Not much is known about him, I'm sure. Whatever there is to be known about him, So
I know everything about him. I probably know what kind of toothpaste he used this morning. I searched high and low for videos and as much as I could. You know what I mean? I'm ready, man, because I know he's ready. Because he know a lot about me. I tell you that. You know
what you want to give away? What can you tell us about him?
He's a little bit awkward, if you ask me. You know what I mean? He seems to have a really good gas tank. He keeps talking about taking me in 12-round distance and stuff like that. What am I going to do in the 12th round and all that? But who knows? You know what I mean? Well, I know, but we'll see. We'll see on Saturday.
Why do you think some of those bigger names have avoided you? And I don't want to use the word settled. You had to settle on this guy, but there were bigger names linked to you in this whole process. Why do you think that they didn't want no parts of you?
It's easy because it's a big chance they're gonna lose. You know what I mean? And they're gonna get their spot taken. You know what I mean? Whoever's in front of me don't want all the guys that's a little bit in front of me. They don't want to lose their spot to a guy that's in back of them. So like I said, they're saying if I don't have to fight Julian Williams, then I won't fight him.
Is it kind of a little gratifying that with a win you are mandated to jump over all those guys?
Yeah, definitely. That's what we in this game for. You know what I mean?
Well, as far as boxing in itself, How frustrating has it been for people to not fight you?
You know what? It hasn't really been that frustrating. I tell people all the time, the fans have been more frustrated than me. But me, I always got to fight on the books. You know what I mean? I fought 3 times last year. The year before that, I fought 4 times. The year before that, I fought 5 times. You know what I mean? So I always got to fight on the books. So I always got to worry about the fighter that did sign the fight. And I can't worry about sit around and mope and cry because I can't get a big fight. You know what I mean? I just got to fight my way to the spot. It's all right. I ain't the first person it happened to, and I'm not the last. You know what I mean? So I got to keep grinding.
You knocked out a guy who was, he had a very durable record, was in with some big name guys. You knocked him out in about 2 minutes the last time. How much confidence, I mean, I know you're a confident guy, you believe in your ability. Did that even give you more confidence the way you kind of destroyed him?
You know what? I don't want to say it gave me more confidence, but it kind of like solidified the things that I already know about myself, you know? I know I'm extremely fundamentally sound. I know I'm probably the hungriest fighter in the division, maybe the hungriest fighter in the world, you know what I mean? So it just solidified the things I already know.
Being that you're the headliner for this card, a lot of great talent on this card, and Antoine, Guerrero, and Harrison's a heck of a fight. It's helping the card. You know, there'll be a lot of eyes on this. I mean, obviously to win impressively. I mean, I think a lot of people, especially the real boxing fans know about you. They a lot of good articles written about you. Does Saturday night, you know, you need to put on an explosive performance, or is it just win and get to that title fight?
You know, I always want to put on an explosive performance no matter what's on the line, because at the end of the day, you still always have to win. I just want to, like I said, I just want to register a win. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm gonna go out there and try to look my best and try to put on a spectacular performance for my hometown fans. But it's always about a win. It's always about a win.
Yep.
Yeah, you train here at the James Schuler's gym, and you have former world champ Robert Bam Bam Hines, Buster the Demon Drayton. How has that impacted your outlook on boxing, training with these 2 former world champions?
It's definitely inspiration to just walk in the gym, be in the gym every day with guys that won the title that I'm actually fighting eliminator to fight for. You know what I mean?
Same weight class. Yeah.
Same weight class. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. So history repeats itself. Now thinking about 8 to 9 months, Philadelphia's going to have another IBF junior middleweight champion, and that would be 4. Got David Reed, he was the WBA champion. Robert Bam Bam Hines, Buster Drayton, and I'll be the 4th.
One last statement. Philadelphia is the capital of boxing.
No doubt about
What
it.
are your thoughts on that?
It's the truth. You know what I mean? Forget all this Oxnard, California stuff. All the Russians go there and then win world titles. Philadelphia has the most homegrown talent. Philadelphia, maybe the Midwest, they got a lot of champions too, but Philadelphia is definitely the headquarters around here. And I gotta make sure I keep it going.